the experiences of life for us was very challenging. As I said, we have gone through humble beginnings, and we are seeing little and seeing plenty.
Nice. I like what you mentioned though in terms of the humble beginnings, because a lot of times we see people and they are successful, but we don't really know what they had to go through. So if you could break it down, not to paint obviously a sad story, but really what was the reality of your situation?
I mean, with church and my father, exiting from his business, and my mother used to do some ITAC. She used to work for Cindy Breakspear at one point in our early stage of our life. And when we came over to Spanish Town, we were coming into an environment that we weren't used to, you know what I mean? And then my father has to be making a decision between church and his job because of the amount of work that has, to be doing. When he left his job now, he was not trying to depend on the church to give him a stipend or whatever to go through. He was still trying to do his thing. But sometimes, that transition kind of get rough, you know what I mean, in the sense of finances. I remember what me and this sometimes was butter and dumpling, you know what I mean? And butter and dumpling, but still a long time.
Yeah, true.
But I remember, those little days, and it taught me faith. That's why I sing so much hope songs and inspirational songs, because we laugh at some things. We laugh at not knowing where we're gonna get our next meal from, and we sit around the table and just laugh, like literally. But it's like, it was more, right? All right, we're gonna see what we're gonna do right now. And then somebody will drive up to the gate with a bag of yam and bag of banana and mackerel or something like that, or cane, and I'm like, yeah, look at God. So and I think God don't give us more than what we can handle. So He will put people in our life because He know that we have the grace to handle it.
Wow, I really love that part about, so pretty much then your home, even though, as you mentioned, it was humble, but it was a loving Christian home.
Yes. Faith, home, living in God home.
Believe in God home. So you grew up in church then?
Church boy, it's basically.
Okay. So I guess we can transition to there. So that's pretty much from when you were in church, you realized you could sing, or you knew from even before?
Music was actually a natural part of me. My father used to force me to play the keyboard. I was more likely, Dad, why are you doing this? Why are you such a wicked man? Because he used to like beat me on the Saturday morning, and my friend of mine walk past, I try to play football, and I laugh off of me because I couldn't get to leave. And taught me C, F, and G. And I was like, what a wicked man. But then I lived to realize that it was the best thing that he could have done for me, because today it is all my life. You know what I mean? And that's why the Bible speaks about parents are like arrows and the children are like bows, because a parent's supposed to actually shoot a child in the direction that he's supposed to go. And that simple scripture saying, train up a child that you should, and when you grow up, you will not depart from it. So that's basically it. You know what I mean?
Wow. But so you are pretty much saying then that your dad saw that musical talent and gift in you even before you yourself saw it.
Yes.
Oh,
he forced me. So even with the singing thing, he didn't know I was a singer, because I'm a musician first, right? Okay. But the singing thing came after a while, when he was telling me not to sing, because he's telling that singing is not my gift, So I was the one who believed that I could sing, and I was forced in the position because the persons who were supposed to be doing praise and worship migrated. Both of them migrated, so there was any other person to sing. So I was doing praise and worship. That my father was fond of my voice, but other persons were coming to church because they're saying, "Yo, this guy can really sing. I feel his passion when he sings." And that was when everything now started with the singing aspect of my life.
Wow. And then so it started then. When did you become, or at what stage you realize this is something you could take seriously as a career?
I never in my past took it that way, because I was running from it. As a matter of fact, probably in 2022 is the time I really take my singing serious. It's on a way. Well, I lost a lot of money because I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't paying attention to it because of how natural it was for me. I wasn't really, when I started seeing the first checks coming in, I was like, wow, this is so easy, to get this. But I was losing because honestly, I didn't register all of my songs until 2015.
Wow.